Welcome to the new consultant orientation webinar for our top of the line team members for April. Now, if you're listening to this and it is not April, that's okay. The information is still the same, but some of your welcome bonus information might be different, and that's okay. So again, we're recording this today. My name is Lindsay Marquand, and I am a 3-star or 4-star director with our top of the line organization. I have been with Tupperware for almost 7 years now, and I'm really excited to share more about the opportunity that you guys just started with today. So again, today is April 6th, 2019, and we're going to get right into the opportunity information. So let me just bring up my notes here so that I can give you the best kind of experience. Do feel free to put your questions as we're going along into the chat box of the meeting, and then we will do a FAQ kind of session at the end. And if you write something in the chat and I don't happen to notice it, I will get to it for sure near the end. If I do miss it, I promise that. I'll scroll back and look. For those of you listening to the recording, of course, let your director or recruiter know any questions that you have. And do hang on till the very end, you guys, because we will do a special challenge for you as a thank you for being on. So I would love to get to know you a little bit. So if you are on live with us right now, you can let me know who your director is. So I can see definitely I've got one person that I know on the chat right now. So Tanya, I know, is a part of my direct organization team. But if you're on live right now, do tell me where you're logging in from, as well as who your director is. Now, if you don't know your director, that's okay. I'm going to tell you in a second where you're going to find that information. Now, you may have already received a welcome email from your upline director, but I'll show you the other place that you can find their name and their contact information if you missed that email. A couple of other names that you'll want to jot down, as you'll likely hear those names as you learn more as we go on the next few months. Your upline director, of course, is important to you, but also we have our Platinum Elite Business Leader of our top of the line organization, Cora Putz. Now, Cora Putz, spelled last name of P-U-T-Z, correctly pronounced Putz, like puts it down. Our Vice President of Sales Leadership in Canada is Sonia Blaney. And we are part of the Northern Stars region. Now, we also have a new regional, and if you're going through your notes as well for the opportunity, the orientation rather, if you're going through the notes, so this is a new sentence that we need to add into the notes, which is that Gregory Crossley is our regional connection as well. So Sonia Blaney and Gregory Crossley. I'm really excited because Gregory is coming to Saskatoon for the first time to be with us during our Spring Fling celebrations. We'll talk about that a little bit longer. Now, I'm just going to make sure everybody is muted so that we don't have any background noise, and then we're going to continue through. And if you feel like you need to unmute yourself later, you certainly can to ask a question as we're going through, or use the chat in the bottom.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. I can't see you. I just have welcome. Do you have your opportunity box?
That's exactly what you're supposed to be seeing, Cheryl. That's awesome. You won't be seeing my face right
now. Perfect. Thanks.
So the first thing that we're going to go over is talking a little bit about your my.tupperware.ca site. So before we do that, do you have your orientation guide ready? If you don't, that's okay, but you're probably going to get a lot more out of this webinar if you do. So in the same event in our Top of the Line Facebook group that you probably found this link that you're watching from was the link for the orientation guide. So whether you're looking at on a separate device or you've got it printed out, there are spots that are empty spots for you to fill in as we go along. So go ahead and get that orientation guide out if you can, and that way you can follow along as we're going along, and of course it gives you a great guide to go back after today's webinar. So if you haven't logged in yet for the first time, this is where you're going to be logging in. This is our my.tupperware.ca site. If it's your very first time, you'll see there is a gray box, first time, click here to sign up. You're going to use that, and your username is your consultant ID, and your password is your birth date in day, month, format. Once logged in, you'll choose your preference for a subscription to the site. Basic is free, but we'll chat about more of the options in just a little bit here. Now, if you don't know your director's name, as I mentioned earlier, once you log in here, this is where you're going to see it right on the MySales personal summary page. Also, after logging in here, you're going to click on the training on the home page, really to begin your journey to success. I love that Tupperware gives us so much information right off the bat. Now, next, if you have your kit already, this is your success toolbox. Now, I'm hoping that the screens have updated, so you should now be looking on your screen at just a colored box that says Tupperware, a teal box that says color. Maybe you guys in the chat could tell me if that's updated on your screens yet as well. It seems to be quite delayed for me, but if it's not delayed for you, then I'm just going to power through. So teal box that says Tupperware is what you should be looking at on the screen right now. Thank you, Tanya. So if you have it with you, go ahead and open it up because we're going to go through the things that are in it. If your kit hasn't arrived yet, that's okay. You don't need it in order to continue with the webinar, as well as if it's far away from you, don't worry about it. Just grab it after so that you kind of can see all the things that are inside of it. So inside of that box, in your success toolbox, is the Getting Started guide. Now, this is a great resource to come back to after the webinar today. Then you have also your Date Me Planner. Now, this is a calendar that has important information like brochure end dates, the end of our sales month. Now, for 98% of all months, we have end of sales month of the last Friday of the month. So again, that's the last Friday of the month. So for April, oh, and I don't even know off the top of my head. Let me look here. For April, the last Friday of the month is April 26th. So often seems a little odd. Last Friday of the month is the end of our sales month. Fridays are important in Tupperware. Now, you're also going to get 5 party planning folders and a career guide. Now, I love these party planning folders. When we're talking about the party, we're going to talk a little bit more about those party planning folders. The career guide, you can look in here how you can earn a 6-figure income with Tupperware, drive a free vehicle, and earn trips like Disney and Hawaii. Now, when I first looked at the career guide 7 years ago, 6.5 years ago, when I started Tupperware, I thought, real people don't get that kind of stuff, right? Like, that's only for the very, very tops, and there's no way that I'm ever going to earn that thing. Now, what I love about Tupperware and love that you guys are on listening today is now you've met someone. Hi, my name is Lindsay. And now you've met someone that has earned those things. So I do drive a free vehicle. I am, well, for sure this year I will earn a 6-figure income with Tupperware, much over the beginning of that, and I believe last year I did too, but I'm not done my taxes yet. And I have been to both Disney and Hawaii for free with Tupperware. So these things are all very, very possible with the Tupperware business. So I encourage you to look through the career guide and really kind of decide what would you love to do and see for free out of all of those options. Now, you also get a Confident Start program flyer. As you submit orders over your first 13 weeks, you have the opportunity to earn products and grow your kit up to the level 7 Confident Start, which you can choose the complete Chef Series 2 cookware set or an Apple iPad. So again, I'm going to say that again. In the level 7, you get to choose a Chef Series 2 cookware set or an Apple iPad. Those are 2 spots in your orientation guide that have blanks on them, so you'll have been jotting that down. So also in that success tool guide, you get 50 order forms, you get an apron. You want to remember to dress for success, you guys. A pair of black pants and a nice shirt covered with your apron make you look professional right away. And I love that Tupperware gives us those tools that allow us to start partying right away, and we do not require everybody to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. We also get a business kit bag. Everything that came in your kit is going to fit in that business kit bag plus more. That's the one bag that I take to my parties. I've actually got my bag filled because I've got a party tonight. So I generally take one other small container plus my business kit bag with me. That's all that goes with me to parties. You also get 20 80-page catalogs and 20 monthly brochures. You're going to want to place a label with your contact information on the back of each of your brochures and catalog because as people leave those places for you and as you give them to people, you want to make sure that they know how to contact you. Now, our monthly brochures run mid-month to mid-month. Okay, so currently we have a brochure going until next Friday, and then the next brochure will start on Saturday. And then you also have dating tools. So what are dating tools? Dating tools are a pack of small Tupperware products that you can give to those people agreeing to do the first parties to you. So Tupperware starts you off with some of those dating gifts, and of course you can add more as time goes on. You also get a pack of tiny treasures. Now, this is a great resource to go to for many things, but we have a new consultant album in our TOTL Line Facebook page that you can reference, and it definitely goes over all the things that are in the kit, including the pack of tiny treasures and what they're used for. So you can definitely visit that photo album in our TOTL Line group after we're done the webinar. Also included in your box is that new consultants receive 40% off branded business cards. The instructions for redeeming, personalizing, and ordering your cards from Vistaprint can be found in the singular business card in that box. So if you haven't opened your box yet and you've had it for a while, then make sure you go and open it so you can take advantage of that coupon for 40% off branded business cards. And if you don't have your kit yet, of course, you're watching for that as it's coming. So the first thing we really need to worry about is taking orders, right? So let's go over the order forms. There are two types of order forms available: the customer, the short in order form that came in your kit, or the shopping order form. And the shopping order form is the one that you're viewing on your screen on the right-hand side. You can see it's much more detailed. This one is actually proven to increase sales over time. How that works is when I have used them in the past, definitely you can take them to a party and people can highlight all the things, right? Or circle all the things as you're going through the party that they like to see, etc. And what I love about that is it gives you automatically a wish list for your customers. So of course, nobody is going to take advantage of 100% of their wish list at the first party they're at. So when they're circling things and they're interested in more things, then you have their wish list so you can contact them later when for dating a party on their own or when something else is on sale and that kind of thing. The short order form, though, is the one that comes in your kit. So let's go over that one in a little bit more detail. So you definitely want to make sure that the customer fills out their information completely because this is how you're going to be able to follow up with them again. You want to collect email addresses for future business. To get their email, you might say something like, "Oh, hey, Cheryl. If you'd like to get your Tupperware at a discount, make sure to write down your email so you can stay up to date with new products and specials." You can see on the screen that it is a great tip to highlight the items that you want somebody to fill out. So you want to remind them to check the boxes they're interested in, such as a full or part-time career, a party, or a fundraiser. So you can see those are the types of things that are highlighted at the bottom of the order form, and near the top, the things that you want to fill out in terms of their email, their name, etc. Right? Now, item number is a number that's found in the catalog. 3 to 4 digit numbers are regular priced item numbers, always. Item numbers beginning with an 8 that are 5 to 6 digits are sale priced items or purchase with purchase items. And then also you can have them list description and price on the order form. Completing these is a really good double check for you when you're ordering. So if you just had the item number and not the description, someone could easily have, mistyped something in or just picked the wrong thing on the page, right? So it's always a good idea to have descriptions so you can double check what you're ordering. Now, shipping and handling is $3.95 flat in Canada, no matter how much is purchased. So that means if they're purchasing $200 worth, like the example on the screen, or they're purchasing $3 worth, then it's flat at $3.95, making it very easy for you. So you are going to add the product total and shipping to get subtotal 1. The tax rate is based on the shipping address. Okay, so if you live in Saskatchewan and you're shipping to Manitoba, it would be Manitoba tax. That is the rate that you're charging. In Canada, shipping is taxed. Now, if your customers question this, let them know that it's government mandated and not from Tupperware. So that saying, all the things that we can guarantee are death and taxes holds true, of course, right? So taxes happen on Canada because it's the law that shipping is taxed. So that's why you add shipping first to get the subtotal 1. So now you're going to add it all up, and customers can pay by either cash, check, made payable to you, Visa or MasterCard. If customers pay by cash or check, you have collected your commission immediately. Something that I love about our Tupperware businesses is that I can get paid ASAP. If you have an overpayment refund at the end of your order, your commission is paid out by Tupperware in 2 to 4 weeks, either on the Tupperware card, which we'll explain in a little bit more detail in just a bit, or by check. Now, also a good place to note before we leave this screen is near the bottom where the credit card number is. Don't forget that there is 4 boxes that are kind of not having a description there, and those are for the expiry date. And it's important to get the expiry date for the credit card that you need when you're taking credit cards. Now, we definitely suggest that payment should be collected at the time of order. We do not recommend placing orders unless you have received payment. Now, customers can round up their total for the Change for the Better campaign, and currently this is for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Canada. So you can check the round box on the order form within the computer to make the same change, and it will automatically do it for you. So in the example on the screen, this person total is $232.05. So if they chose to round up their order, which some people like to do just to have even stuff, then 95 cents, $2.33, would be added to the order, and that portion would go to the Girls and Boys Club of Canada. Now, the order forms that you have are triplicate copies. Customers will receive the pink copy, so you want to make sure that your contact information is on that. The yellow you're going to keep to give to the customer with the delivery of their order, and the white original order form you're keeping for yourself. So again, with the order, you're giving pink, with the delivery, yellow, and as a consultant, you're going to keep the white original order form. So the other thing that will probably happen for you quite quickly is warranty. So one of the greatest things about, of course, our Tupperware products is our great warranty program. Now, there is a lot of information about warranty, and we're not going to go over everything about warranty today, but I'm going to give you a great start so that when somebody hands you warranty, you can at least give some initial thoughts. For more information on the warranty program, you can look at my.tupperware.ca under Salesforce, Resources, and Product Knowledge. And that's showing you what that looks like on the left-hand side of the screen. So in our my.tupperware.ca site that you'll log into, Resources, Product Knowledge, Parts Catalog, and Warranty. And in that section, you can see examples of what's covered and what is not. Now, warranty items can be ordered alone or with other orders. Shipping and handling is charged for warranty items when ordered alone. So a helpful hint is print the warranty guidelines and carry them with you, or invest in a top-of-the-line portfolio. Our portfolio includes much more than just the warranty guidelines, and it's designed to help you at a party. And so we'll talk about that guy a little bit more and how you can get your hands on one in just a bit. So our Tupperware warranty program is a limited lifetime warranty against chipping, cracking, breaking, and peeling. And again, I'll say those again because those are blanks in your guide. Chipping, cracking, breaking, peeling. Now, one of the things that people really love about Tupperware is that they don't need a receipt. And that's because every piece of Tupperware says Tupperware on it and has a mold number. With the mold number, we can search for replacement parts in a variety of ways. Now, you may already be thinking this, or maybe it hasn't occurred to you yet. I have had people bring me pieces of plastic for warranty that aren't Tupperware. So there's nothing we can do about that, right? We can't warranty things that aren't Tupperware. So that's information that is important to know, is that Tupperware always says Tupperware on it and has a mold number. So a couple of the ways that you're going to be able to find information about the mold number once you have it is use the item search featured in MySales. So that's what we're looking at the top right-hand corner. And that's located in the navigation menu by clicking on search and then item search. Then you can key in the mold number in the mold number field. Click on the search button to execute your search. Now, something important to know about the mold number is all that we need for a mold number is the digits. So we don't need anything after the dash or before or any alpha characters, rather. So, for example, I am I've got a water bottle beside me. Let's see if I can see this as an example. So the seal of the water bottle has a mold number of, I'm not in very good light, 7093-4. Yeah, 7093F-4. So the only thing that I need to look up that mold number is 7093. I don't need the F, and I don't need anything after the dash, so I don't need that. So when you're searching for mold number, you just need the initial digits, no alpha characters, and nothing after the dash. Now, also in the warranty section of my.tupperware.ca, which we're navigating to on the left-hand side of the screen that you're looking at, you'll find the alphabetical parts index and the numerical parts catalog. Both are handy for identifying pieces. And again, for more on warranty, we actually do have a warranty photo album in our Top of the Line Facebook group that's really good and goes over lots of examples. So we do have a recorded calls and videos album, as well as the warranty album. And we have a recorded call that you can listen to specifically about warranty that is great and gives a lot of information. So I encourage you to listen to that and schedule it in if you would like to at a later time. Now you can also look up mold number by cell phone using the Tupperware text messaging service. This is a service that I really, really love. If you signed up for the service and have text messaging capabilities, then you just can use it just like you text anything else. And it's free to use as long as you're texting on your plan. It's free, of course. So I'm not going to go over the details of how to sign up for that text messaging service because they're listed in the guide that you're looking at. So go ahead and look at that guide and read those instructions, and then let your recruiter director, or feel free to personal message me for any questions that you have about it. So once we actually have the item number to order, then we can order it. Now, if you search a mold number and you find that the item is labeled OBS, this stands for obsolete and is not currently available. In those cases, we can suggest an alternative item and order that as the warranty item. When you see CAT, that means the product is available in the catalog, and you can just use the catalog item number to warranty that particular item. So those things tend to be things in our quality warranty program, the 1-year warranty, or things that come as a complete item as opposed to a seal and a bottom. So what do you actually have to do with broken Tupperware? What you're going to do is use a permanent marker and mark a big X on the bottom of the container or the seal, whatever the item is that you're warrantying. You're going to write the customer name and date on each piece for future reference. I find that's a really good practice because we're going to keep the Tupperware for a minimum of 30 days. And when you're placing an order with warranty in it, it's going to remind you of that as well. Again, we're keeping it for 30 days. The reason for that is that Tupperware has the option of requesting broken pieces at any time from us within the 30 days of that order, because they do audit us and they do spot checks to make sure that we're doing things correctly and helping us learn as we're going through. After that 30 days, you can go ahead and recycle those pieces. So for the most part, nothing needs to be sent into Tupperware, with the exception of some of our higher priced items like Chef Series. And the big mark black X is important when you're throwing it into the garbage or recycling after the fact, because then it indicates that it has already been warrantied. So if somebody were to pick it out of the recycling and bring it to another consultant, that consultant would know it's not appropriate for warranty because it's already been warrantied. Okay. So let's get into, here's another, before we get into the next thing, here's another screen about how to get to the warranty section from a different viewing capability. So this is in our my.tupperware.ca site. You can see the product knowledge area and then the parts catalog and warranty. There's a few different ways to view the my.tupperware.ca section, so we just want you to see in all the different views what that looks like in order to get to those places. Okay, so how do you actually place an order? So as a new team member, within your first 13 weeks, you can actually place your order by phone for free. So you can call in your orders to customer care. As a new consultant, that is no charge for your first 13 weeks, as I said. Beginning your 14th week, a nominal fee of 1.5% of the retail party is charged for having them do it for you. So most of us place our orders online, of course. So we're going to go to my.tupperware.ca and click on My Sales and then place an order. Party history and start new party are where we're going to go ahead. You'll see from the picture on the screen, we have a number of different options for the party type that we're opening. Party and non-party are the ones that you're going to use the most. Now, we have great step-by-step training for ordering, and so you can definitely access that training through the No Consultant Start Here album. And in that album, you're going to find a link for how to submit an order file, as well as the training in this Salesforce website on our my.tup.ca site. You can also watch out for our next How to Submit an Order webinar. We have those happening some randomly throughout the month, depending on the director and the person doing them. So you can watch for that in our top of the line events list as well. Also, a good reminder before we leave this section is to note that you want to submit retail orders over $100 to avoid an additional $10.50 shipping charge. So again, submitting retail value orders over $100 to avoid the $10.50 extra shipping charge. So I mentioned the Tupperware card a little bit earlier, and so let's talk a little bit more about that. What is the Tupperware card? It's a way for you to pay for your Tupperware orders as opposed to Visa or MasterCard if you wish to. In order to get there, you can see on the screen where it's connecting you to show you where you can sign up for the Tupperware card. So you can click on sign up for the Tupperware card and enjoy 3 major benefits with it. One, it allows your customer checks to clear before Tupperware pulls from your account. Funds are debited within 2 to 3 business days. Okay, so as an example, because Fridays are important to us, often we have sales ending on Fridays. You want to be able to take your customers' orders and payments in on a Friday, and you might not have a chance to go to the bank on a Friday evening, right? So you can collect all those payments, still put your order in, and then have time to go to the bank over the weekend or on Monday, and then your funds will be debited for the cost of the Tupperware in 2 business days. So in the case of a Friday, the Tuesday or Wednesday morning. As well, Tupperware will directly deposit your bonus checks and e-commerce commissions. So you don't have to wait on the mailman. So even if you're not going to choose to use your Tupperware card for payments, then it is an option for you to sign up for it so that you have a direct deposit with Tupperware for your overpayment refunds. And otherwise, they send out a check, okay, in the mail, like snail mail. You can also, while using your Tupperware card, earn points to redeem for supplies. And those are things like catalogs and brochures or tiny treasures. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the host reward program. Now, the images that you're seeing on the screen right now are not the current thank you gift options, but we'll talk there. It's the same concept. In the current catalog, in the winter spring catalog, I believe the host gift options are starting on page 36 or 37. So you can look there for the current thank you gift options. So these are the base host program. The base host program is available to us all of the time. So no matter what, this is what you or your hosts get to earn when you're submitting parties. Excuse me. We often do have extras for host over and above the base, but this is a good place for you to start and understand. At $225, and so you'll notice it used to be $200, so you can see in the top left-hand corner screen it says $200 there, but it's actually $225. So our host earns a free thank you gift from us, so one of the items pictured at the $225 mark. Now, that costs us $5 in consultant costs, so it's a $5 cost to us, but we provide it free to our customer to our host as a thank you. And then from there, the host program grows. At a $325 level, the host earns a 10% credit and 1 half-price item. At $600, 15% credit and 2 half-price items. And at $1,100, the host earns 20% in credit, so that would be at $1,100 mark, that's $220 free, adds another half-price item, so that's 3 half-price items, plus, of course, still has the thank you gift. So you can see very quickly, hosts are rewarded super well with Tupperware, and there's lots of reasons for people to party with you. So what are some more benefits for you as a team member? Benefits include a 25% discount on any product, sale or full price. So you get that 25% happening automatically for anything that you order. We also have 25 to 35% off in our sampling program. And our sampling program is that once per month, we get a discount on any new products released and exclusive host gift options. Now, keeping your account active is easy. Now, this is changing for us a little bit in the next few months. Currently, keeping your account active is easy by spending $500 in a retail sales in a 4-month rolling period. Now, we're actually transitioning to a new thing, and it's going to be $700 in a rolling 6-month period. So it actually gets a little bit easier for us to stay active. So I love that Tupperware has made that change for us. So anyone, if you've joined us in the March sales month or the April sales month, you'll be a part of that program. So you've got 6 months to stay active, and it's a rolling period. So that means that one party in that 6-month period would keep you active, or 2 smaller parties in times 3 months would keep you active, right? So it's rolling throughout. Now, other benefits to being on the Tupperware team, of course, is lots of opportunity to earn free Tupperware through products and challenges. Challenges from our top of the line organization, from your upline director, and from Tupperware themselves. Now, we also get some business services like a discount at Staples on printing. What you're looking at on your screen is where you can navigate to in the my.tupperware.ca website under the Salesforce section. The For You section and then More Benefits goes over some of the other things that we have as a benefit to having a Tupperware business. Now, before we leave here, another important aspect to talk about is that selling on eBay or other social media sites is strictly prohibited and can cause the termination of your Tupperware account privileges. Now, I say it like that, and it sounds scary in that sentence, but it really is nothing to be scared about. Tupperware gives us a really good policy for social media guidelines so that we're all playing on the same playing field. And we definitely do have a social media album in our Top of the Line Facebook group. So if you're interested in more about that, then you can absolutely go to that social media album for complete details on what is permitted. As a very base level, basically you can promote anything that Tupperware allows us to promote, so the sales that are on, etc., on your own Facebook profile and in your VIP groups that you're the administrator of. We just can't be posting on things like garage sale sites and places that we're not administrator of. So from a basic level, that's the gist of it, but definitely you can refer to the social media album in our Top of the Line Facebook group for more information about that. So what are some additional options that are going to help you build your business? Now, at the very beginning, I told you we would come back to this. When you first log into your Tupperware site, it gives you the different plans that you can choose to take advantage of. Basic is free, but there are 4 other websites right now as well: Plus, Silver, Gold, and Platinum. Now, if you haven't logged in yet, I absolutely do recommend starting with the Plus site the very first time you log in, because it is free as a trial for 30 days. Now, payment information is gathered when you do that, but no charge will incur until the 30-day trial period has elapsed. Now, enrollment in the basic plan does not include the 30-day plus free trial. So you have to click plus the very first time you log in if you want to get that 30-day free trial. After that, it is $9.95 US per month. So the plus site, $9.95 US per month after that trial. And then the other sites you can see on the screen or are incremental based on that. Now, all consultants with a paid my.tupperware.ca site, so anything from Plus to Platinum, who achieve 1 standard party in personal sales in a sales period, so that's a 1-month period, will be able to receive the benefits of the e-commerce pool. And so what is that? The e-commerce pool is the 25% of commission of a pool of all the people that chose to buy through Tupperware.ca rather than buying through a consultant. And so yes, we still have people doing that as opposed to using a consultant. So that means there is a lot of opportunity out there to make connections with customers. So if people do choose to go through my.tupperware.ca, obviously that commission hasn't gone anywhere. So everyone who's defined as working their business by having the paid website and doing one standard party amount in a sales period get their share of the commission back. So the commission generally pays for the $9.95 fee, and essentially you earn your website for free. So I do definitely encourage the plus information. I think when I get a different benefit as a director, but when I was getting the e-commerce school fee back, I believe the least amount I ever got was about $12.50, and the most was close to $25. So you can see you're benefiting even if you're not using it, as long as you're working your business on a monthly basis. Now, by having the paid website, you can also use a Tupper Connect party, which I think is a huge benefit. Tupperware hosts can reach out and collect sales with people, of friends and family who cannot actually attend their party in person and might be in a different location in Canada. So those people can go ahead and order from the website and get a direct to door shipping and still have it count towards the host party. So if your host is in Saskatchewan and they have a family member in Winnipeg, that family member can order to Winnipeg and still have it count to their party through the Tupper Connect. Now, there's lots more details about Tupper Connect that you can find at my.tupperware.ca within the Salesforce website under Training and Coaching and under Tupper Connect. So that same training tab we talked about way at the beginning of this webinar. Now, you can also sign up for a monthly newsletter with Tupperware. There's a couple of options of third-party companies that work with Tupperware for a newsletter. So this monthly newsletter on the left-hand side is from imakenews.com, and this one's called Tupper Trends. So Tupper Trends, you can load your contacts in one time, and they'll continue to receive the sales specials monthly. You also receive a report showing who looked at what sections of your newsletter. So the website is in the guide there that you can connect to go to and look at more information about the iMake News, the Tupper Trends newsletter. This one is $5.95 US per month, and the first 2 months are free. So you get a 2-month free trial period and then $5.95 US per month. And then the second option is Site Impressions, and that's the one you're looking at on the right-hand side of the screen you're looking at. And they send a weekly newsletter. So the iMake News is a monthly. This one is a weekly. It includes a recipe, host gift specials, and Tupperware's weekly sale items, if anything. So the subscription to that one is currently $10 per month, and the link for checking out that one a little bit further is also listed in your orientation guide. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about dating parties. The easiest way to make money in this business is to hold parties. Now, holding 2 parties of average standard sales of $600 a week can yield you $1,500 a month. And we're going to start with Frank, okay? So who is Frank? Now, sharing the Tupperware opportunity really is the best gift you can give to people. Let people know that you're starting your Tupperware business. They can't help you if they don't know about your new business, and you can't help them if you don't share about it, right? So this is where we want to start with Frank. Let's think about the people that you know that you might start sharing with. So Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kid connections, okay? So again, that's friends, relatives, neighbors, acquaintances, and kid connections. Now, I say kid connections because some of you might not have kids. I don't myself. So if you don't have kids yourself, who do you know through your own mom because you are a kid, right? So we always have kid connections in our life. So when I think about my Frank list, I have a nephew, and so I think about who I know through my sister, right? Who do I know through my nephew? Now, you want to use that Frank list to get you started. So as we're doing the webinar today, and as soon as we get off, I want you to start by having at least 10 people on your Frank list. Think about 2 friends, 2 relatives, 2 acquaintances, 2 neighbors, 2 kid connections. Now, we can definitely use those dating gifts that you were provided in your starter kit to give as thank you gifts for the first people from your Frank list that want to date parties with you. Now, you want to start making your Frank list phone calls within 48 hours. And definitely let your upline director know once you've completed your frank list so that she can help you adjust your results and start thinking of new wording choices. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a phone script, and I'm going to give it to you twice. And I want you to, I'm really going to say the same script but in 2 different ways. And I want you to kind of listen to it and let me know what you think is better and what's different about each one. So here's the first one. Hey, it's Lindsay. I just joined Tupperware. I don't know if you noticed or not. I posted it on Facebook and stuff. I'm really kind of excited about it, and I need people to date parties with me. I need 5 people to do it. I thought of you. I have several days that work for me. What works better for you, evenings or weekends? Okay, that's time number 1. Second round. Hey, it's Lindsay, and I just joined Tupperware. I am so super excited. I'm looking for my first 5 friends to help me with a practice party, and I thought of you. I have several dates open. Is daytime or evenings better for you? Okay, so does that give you an idea of the difference? Does anybody have any comments about that? You can just write it in the chat. Probably the difference is obvious, you guys, right? We want to be excited. When you hear excitement when the person you're talking to rather hears excitement in your voice, they're going to be excited too, and they're going to be excited for your new venture. Now, they may not say yes to a party dating right away, but they are definitely going to appreciate that you asked in a way that is welcoming, right? So definitely think about that. When I started calling people, when I started my Tupperware business to ask about dating a party and having a get together with me, I was nervous as heck. And I spent some time in my mirror practicing. So don't feel that it's silly to do. You can absolutely practice. I smiled at myself in the mirror. It is definitely true what they say. When you're smiling and talking, people can hear that because they can hear the positivity in your voice. And it really does actually help to smile as you're talking. So you definitely want to offer choices of actual dates that you have open. I know that sounds kind of silly, but you get to work your business to your schedule. So offer choices of actual dates that are open for you. And once a party date is set, then you can set a time within the next 24 to 48 hours to coach your host. So you want to date in closer to days that you want to work. Now, the closer you date into today, that will help you date into the next 2 to 3 weeks as well, so that you can get all your confidence starter awards, because you want to start with that program right away. Now, you want to get your business going quickly, of course, if you want to start making that extra money for your family as well. So what do you do if a yes is not given? Okay? So this, I think, is one of the most important sentences that I say in this orientation. So if you take nothing else with you, remember this. If you get a no, your response should be, is that a no not now or a no not ever? Do you need someone, or do you know someone rather, who may need to earn Tupperware or wants to earn it for free? So is that no not now or no not ever? Rarely, rarely, rarely is it no not ever, you guys. More often than that, it's no not now, and somebody can think about it, and you can come back to that person at a later time, right? So if you get a no, is that no not now or no not ever, right? Leaves a conversation open, right? Do you know someone who may need Tupperware or want to earn it for free? It's another way to give people points in their head about earning Tupperware for free, of course. Why wouldn't they want to do that, right? So you could also say something like, maybe you could help me by being an order taker over the next couple of weeks. May I send you a new catalog and check back with you? And then, of course, send them the catalog or drop it off, and then follow up with them and invite them to participate in an outside activity like your grand opening party, or invite them to come to an event that's going on in your area. If you get a maybe, your response, okay, that's great. May I call you back at a more convenient time so that we can talk about the hostess rewards? They're so exciting, and I can't wait to share them with you. Okay, so that gives you some ideas, guys, about what you can do in terms of getting on the phone with your frank list people. So knowledge is power, you guys, and we have a ton of training opportunities. Obviously, you're investing in your businesses by being here today, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening and going through the orientation document, whether you're listening live or you're listening to this recording. So additional things that you can take advantage of: team meetings, rallies, training events. We have locations across Canada. As a very large team, we are coast to coast and coast to border, as I like to say. I don't think when I introduced myself, I said where I am from. So I'm actually calling calling in to you from Whitehorse, Yukon. I know that we have people from across the country on with us today as well. Now, we have a lot of training conference calls and webinars like this one. For both training events that are in person and webinars, you're going to check out the Top of the Line events tab in our Facebook group. Now, you want to check back there often because daily things are added. So there's definitely many subjects and various times. We also have 3 daily Sunday cooking webinars. So tomorrow we have an early webinar, an afternoon webinar, and a late webinar. The reason I say that is because, of course, we are spanning 5.5 time zones in Canada, so that's going to work for different people at different times. So you want to check out those webinars in our events tab as well. We cook at those 3 webinars, and it's a great place for you to get tips and tricks about the products that are coming in your kit, but also getting to see stuff that you don't have yet in action as well. So it's a really great place to learn, and that happens every single Sunday 3 times, and they're different every single time on a Sunday and every different Sunday. So definitely one to add into your schedule to look at. Now, we also do confidence events, so every season. So we do Spring Fling, Record Breaker, and Winterfest. So Spring Fling is coming up right away for Saskatoon. We have already held our Halifax Spring Fling. So for our Top Line organization, we do 2 Spring Flings in Canada, one in Halifax and one in Saskatoon. I will be flying into the Saskatoon Spring Fling, and I can't wait to see some of those things. It's a great weekend of training where we launch the summer catalog as well as talk about leadership things as well as information and networking and product knowledge. And so it is a great weekend to invest in if you can. That is also listed in our events tab in Top of the Line, or chat with your upline director or recruiter if you're interested in more information. They'll definitely give it to you. Jubilee. Jubilee is our national event that's held at the world headquarters in Orlando, Florida, and Jubilee is one of my favorite times of year. So that happens in August, and we can register for Jubilee after qualifying for it. So that is definitely something else that you can look into as well. Of course, training parties. You can attend a party in person or watch training demos online. And one-on-one business meetings. Don't be afraid to ask for a one-on-one meeting with your upline director or recruiter by request, right? When we know that you want to learn, then certainly that is something that we're open to. Something that I know for sure, if you leave Tupperware and leave our Top Line organization, you won't be able to say that training wasn't available to you. So just know that when you show up, you grow up. It's up to you to ask and search for what you need. I wish so much that I could read new team members' brains for what they need, but I can't. And so that's certainly something that when you ask for what you need, you're going to receive what you need, I promise. So we have lots of resources in Top Line. We've talked about lots of them today. Of course, on Facebook, we have albums, files, and events that are the sections that are important for you to pay attention to. And then we also have recorded calls and videos that you can listen to on the go while you're doing dishes, in the car, all that kind of stuff. There's hundreds of calls to listen to for training that way. And we have lots of paper resources. So earlier I mentioned the Top of Line portfolio. This includes warranty, but all things otherwise that you need to reference as well. Now we provide some of those types of business tools at cost of production and shipping expense. And there's also an opportunity probably to earn them from your upline director. So if you're interested in earning them for free, then you can certainly ask your director about those things. But if you're interested in taking advantage of some of those paper resources like the portfolio, thank you postcards, event lead slips, etc., then you can certainly order them from our Top of the Line admin team as well. So we're almost done. I'm going to leave you with some final thoughts and questions in just a second, but as we're doing that, the other thing that I want to remind you of is that you've already earned your first award just by joining our team. So if you joined in March, then you will have earned the coupon for the Speedy Mando and the Wonderlear Bowls for just $15 plus a $40 prize pack for $10. If you joined us in April, then you have a coupon coming to you for the Stack Cooker for $40, which is an awesome reward as your welcome bonus. And you also have the opportunity in your first 30 days to earn the Ultra Pro Lasagna Pan as a party bonus for $25. So this is a great way to add to your kit items. Now, in order to redeem those coupons, you need to place a consultant order on a party or non-party, those coupons will be loaded, and you can, generally they take about a week to load after you join. And then after that, our coupon days are Fridays. So any other rewards that we earn load as coupons on Fridays, 2 to 3 Fridays after the period, the reward period is over. Now, when you submit your first party this month, you earn that extra party bonus that I talked about. For April, it is the Ultra Pro Lasagna pan. But you want to make sure for sure to check back to your My Coupons weekly. Once they expire, they are gone. So they generally load and then have 30 days to expire. But once they're expired, they're gone. So you definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of them while they're loaded. Okay, so here's a few final thoughts for you, and then I'm going to stick around for questions and answers for sure, so you can get your typing fingers ready, or feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question as well. And then I actually do have a challenge for you as a thank you for being on with us today as well. So you want to remember to work your business on your schedule. Tupperware really is the perfect fit for any lifestyle. And I'm not joking when I say that. I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous to say that I can say that as a broad statement, but we have 56 directors now in our top of the line organization, and we all live very different lifestyles. I myself am not married. I don't have kids, and I run my Tupperware business full time. This is what I do for my full-time income. We have other directors who have outside jobs. We have directors who are stay-at-home moms. We have directors who are married, who are not. So it really is the perfect fit for any lifestyle. You get to make your Tupperware business work the way that you want to, truly. Now, also remember, share your dreams with us about what you want to do, and we will help them make that true. But if you don't share them, we don't know what you want to get out of this business. Now, your next steps are to continue with your grand opening party. You want to chat with your upline director or your recruiter to help you get started. Now, remember, you're really not aiming for a big fat Greek wedding. You want to think big, but you want to start small because it's more important to begin now. So next, you can also take advantage of the kit issue video by Cheryl, which is also linked in our New Consultants album on our Top of Line Facebook group, or through the training section on My.Tupperware, which we started talking about at the beginning of the webinar. We will also do a kit issue tomorrow night on the Sunday evening webinar, which starts at 8:30 p.m. CST. So that's 8:30 Saskatchewan time. And Alberta time and Northwest Territories time. Okay, so here's your challenge. Remember, make up your frank list. So that frank list we talked about before, you're going to get your 10 names ready and then let your director know that you've done it. Okay, so make your frank list and send them a Facebook message, email them, or give them a phone call and let them know you've done that. And then also let your director know why you joined Tupperware and what you hope to gain from it. And then the third thing that I would love to see from you is post three things rather, that you learned from this webinar in our Top of the Line Facebook group. So 3 things you learned from this webinar in our Top of the Line Facebook group, and make sure to tag your upline so that she can see that you've done this. And feel free to tag me as well. I love to see what you guys have learned from this experience. So whether you're listening live or you just have finished listening to the recording, then this challenge you are eligible for. So you go ahead and do those 3 things. When you do those 3 things, your director will have a gift for you for completing your first challenge as a part of listening to this webinar. So that's all we have for today, you guys, but I am going to leave it open for questions and answers. So let me know what your thoughts are. Often after this webinar, people have a chock full head, and that's okay to feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's okay to feel like that's a lot of information, but I definitely do want to hear any questions from you. So are there any questions right now? You can either unmute yourself or type it in the chat. Okay, so just for purposes of the recording, I'm going to read out the question so that everybody on the recording knows what we're talking about as well. So Tanya, you had no idea the can opener was warranted for 1 year. How do I tell my customer the can opener will not be replaced? What's the best approach? Great question, Tanya. So the can opener has 1 year warranty because of the metal, right? So most of our metal pieces are part of our quality warranty, which is 1 year. And the other types of warranty that we have are the lifetime warranty, of course, which we talked about on the webinar. And there's also a 30-day warranty. Now, the 30-day warranty is a very few items, but things like towels, right, that don't need warranty, right? So our plastics, chipping, cracking, breaking, peeling. So if plastics on some of those things break, then that's, of course, a part of our lifetime warranty, but the quality warranty are things for metals. So your question, I think, probably stems from two things. How do you tell your customer because you didn't inform them in the first place? Now, I have seen some things that didn't work properly from the beginning. So I have had, and actually the can opener is a good example. I did have a customer not too long ago that told me their can opener wasn't working properly and had never worked properly. Now, it had been much over a year since she got it. I went ahead and warrantied that can opener for her because I'm going to trust that she said that it wasn't working in the first place. The second can opener she got as well. Now, the can opener is also special, so I am going to talk a little bit more than I would about any other item as a can opener as an example. But if it was any other item, then you just explain to the customer, and generally customers are very good, right? That you were new and learning and didn't realize, so sorry that we didn't inform you of that at your purchase point. Anybody that orders from the catalog has the option to see that the item is quality warranty as well in the description, right? So all of that information, on all of the quality warranty items or lifetime warranty items is indicated in the catalog. So in the catalog, quality warranty items are indicated with a Q in the description. So I would just be honest with them and say, I'm really sorry, I didn't realize that, I didn't tell you about that at the time, I was learning, here's the information. And now, secondary with the can opener in particular, a lot of people, and I don't think this is the case because you and I have already talked about this, Tanya, with your customer. However, a lot of people think they need to warranty something when the actual fact is that they're just not using it correctly. In the world of Facebook and social media, trade shows, etc., we do have customers that have purchased something and didn't actually learn how to use it because it wasn't at an actual party. So if they purchased a Tupperware can opener, they don't know how to use it, it's possible that they're not using it well. So whenever somebody tells me something about warranty like a can opener, I ask them to show me what they're doing. So if they live far away from me, I get on like a video call with them, like a webinar like we're doing now, or I get onto Skype or something like that. And I go ahead and watch what they're doing because it might just be a training situation that they need. Now, with the can opener in particular, the can opener, I have seen the can opener not work properly on two types of cans in my life. One is a Dole pineapple can, and the other is a particular type of salmon, and I can't remember. The salmon, I think, happens to be because it's a really large lip, and the pineapple can is, I'm not sure, same thing, but cans are glued together, and so unsealing the can sometimes take a longer time on some cans than others. So I would watch your customer, and you might just be able to give them some tips as well. It might not actually be the can opener fault, it might be the can. I have also found that some cans are getting much, much thinner walls as time goes on, and I think that is something that does, on those particular cans, take twice around the can in order to unseal the glue because the thinner walls need to connect. So that was a really long answer with a number of different parts to it, right? So in general, with quality warranty items, I would absolutely just be honest with your customer in any situation and try and correct. You only know what you know, right? So never feel really bad about things that you didn't know. In any job, we learn as we go. And so when we know better, we do better, and we can provide more information, right? It's pretty rare that I see a quality warranty item that needs to come in for warranty. And when I do, in general, the person has used it for many years and has gotten a lot of value out of that item, right? Now, in addition to that, if you can't warranty something for someone because of the quality warranty situation, so it's been over a year and it's a metal item, then something I always do is I suggest that they have a party, right? And earn it for free. There's always the option to earn things for free. And so if somebody needs something warranted that they can't get because it's been over a time period in terms of the quality, they can still get it for free, right? And hosting a party is quick and fast, and probably you're going to help that person learn about more Tupperware products as well. Thank you for asking that question, Tanya. What are the coupons I have earned for March, Cheryl? Well, I don't know what you've done in March, Cheryl, so I can't tell you what you've earned and what you haven't earned. In general, you can go, so if you joined our team in March, there's 2 places that you can look for that information. If you go back to your emails, then the My Week email that you would have got every Saturday of March after you joined. So every Saturday we get a My Week email. And so if you go back to your March My Weeks, in there you'll have a connection to the old Party Perks flyer. And that Party Perks flyer will go over all of the things that were available to earn over that time period. Does that answer your question? Or were you thinking of something else?
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry. So you have to have a certain amount of sales for that, right?
It totally depends on the challenge, Cheryl. We have lots of different challenges. So here, you know what, you guys? I'm going to open up my webcam because I kind of feel weird talking to you. There's my face.
Okay.
Hi. Okay, so let me look up My Week for April, for example, and we'll talk about it in real things. So for April, so this morning, right? So you would have woke up this morning to a My Week email. And in your My Week email, so I'm just opening it up on my phone, in your My Week email, there's the April Party Perks flyer. So I'm going to open that up. So in that Party Perks flyer, you can just go through and read all the different challenges. Okay?
Okay.
Saturday mornings are my favorite mornings for Tupperware. I wake up and this is the first thing that I do. So for example, starting April 6th to 12th, so in week 2, April 6th to 12th, so starting today through Friday, submit $225 in personal sales, and we're going to earn a set of microfiber towels, including 2 window, 2 dust, and 1 mop towel for $7. So, and that's for all Salesforce members, including consultants in the Confident Start program. So that's for all of us. And so when you submit $225, then you'll get a coupon for the set of towels for $7. Awesome. Also,
okay.
My Week, from the 6th to the 19th of April, this is for established consultants. So established means people that are outside of the Confident Start program, so outside of your first 13 weeks. So Cheryl, in this case, you're not eligible for this one, but other people outside of your 13 weeks. So you're concentrated on earning your Confident Start program. So all the sales that you put in your first 13 weeks work towards all of those levels. Established consultants can work towards earning some summer catalog samples between the 6th and the 19th. So all of that information is there, and then we can see in week 3, we also have, everybody has an opportunity to earn more, including a business builder pack. It gives us everything there that we can earn, and it also gives us at the very end of the Party Perks flyer, it gives us a chart showing us what we can earn throughout the whole month in picture format, which is kind of nice.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So anything that comes from Tupperware, we get as a coupon in the system, and we redeem that coupon once we've earned it. Anything that comes from your director or from top of the line is going to come to you or come to your director in the mail.
Okay, thanks, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, now in the case that you live in a location that monthly big events are happening, so if you're in Saskatoon, for example, the monthly event is on Wednesday, and your rewards will be at the event to pick up on Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys, any other questions today? That was hardly anything hard. You didn't give me anything hard today. Okay, so if that's everything today, you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out, and do know that you can listen to this recording again if you want to. So I will have it uploaded within the day once I've got it all dealt with. Then you can listen to the recording after it. But if you think of any questions, of course, your director is available to you, and feel free to PM me, and I will be able to direct your question to the right person as well. So thank you so much for joining us.